So this was taken from the live stream. So if you enjoy this, why don't you check out the full live stream over on the channel.
So Dave, I think, I mean, Nurburgring, you've been a few times. I mean, tell us about it. I mean, what's, for all those people who kind of want to plan a trip to the Nurburgring, what are the things they should really consider, and what are the things that you kind of, you need to do?
Well, I've been going since about 2004. It's expensive. Whichever way you spin it, it's expensive, even if you don't smash your car up. It's not
how much is expensive? Come on, let's get some numbers out there for the people watching.
I reckon if you're going to go there and you're going to have a good time for about just under a week, you want about 1,600 quid.
How much?
Yeah.
Is that for the brothels, Dave? If you want to have a good time.
Yeah, he didn't mention anything about a car, did he?
No.
I just had a good time.
So what?
1,600 quid for a weekend?
Yeah, but it's about that. It depends how much you want to go on the track. Because if you start totaling things up, right, you want to drive your car there.
Yeah.
Okay, so even if you're driving it nice, it's easily going to be 2 to 3 tanks there, 2 to 3 tanks back.
Yeah.
You think accommodation, you can do it cheaper, but we kind of like to stay in hotels because I'm old and I don't like camping.
Fair enough.
But a hotel would cost you anywhere between sort of £600 to £1,000.
Yeah, I suppose if you put it that way, yeah.
So there you go. That's banged along there. You haven't even got on the track at that point. All you've got is your accommodation and your fuel to get down.
And if you come off and you hit one of the
I haven't even got to that bit yet.
Yeah.
Then you got the ferry. The ferry to get over and back, that's usually 160 to 200 quid.
Yeah.
Okay, so literally you have got to Germany and you've stayed there. You haven't eaten. You're not allowed to eat yet because you haven't budgeted for food. But you're still looking on about 1,100-1,200 quid. Then you want to eat. So that's it's that area is the playground in the rich and famous. You get some really big boys go down there, so nothing's really cheap. Nothing in the area is particularly cheap. You do get some decent ones. I mean, there are lovely restaurants down there. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Have they got a Greg's?
I don't think so.
Yeah, steak
slices.
It's Germany. They do bakeries quite well down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to some bakery in Germany, and they had this weird little this like roll, and it was topped with melted cheese and diced bacon.
That sounds brilliant,
mate. That was my breakfast when I picked up one of my coupes from Germany. That was an eventful trip that was saved for another night. But yeah, literally, that was my breakfast on the way that morning. Literally went to some little bakery, got some buns covered in cheese and bacon, and that was peanuts. That was like probably about €1 or something. It was nothing.
Oh yeah, you can get. I'll tell you what's cheap over there is beer.
Yeah,
you can get like crates of beer for like €13.
Really?
Yeah. You're going to trigger Chris.
I used to regularly bring home 4 crates of Arsteiner all the time. It's really cheap.
So we're at 1,200 quid for the Nurburgring plus some food.
Yeah. So put maybe another couple of hundred quid on for food for the time you're there. Let's say you're at sort of 1,400 quid. You haven't been around the track yet. So track access, depending on when you want to go. I always say like they have look at when the TF days. TF is tourist fair, so that's when you can actually go on the track. Usually Monday to Friday, 8 till 5. It's usually taken up with industry testing, which is great to go and watch because you get to see next year's cars being thrashed the hell around a circuit. Who doesn't want to go and see that? But usually during the week, you get like a couple hours in the evenings from sort of like 5 to 7. That's brilliant. It may sound like you've only got 2 hours, but it is good times because you don't have too many people there. And usually on a Sunday, you've got a clear day at TF, but there's a reason why the locals call it Mad Sunday. It's because it is absolute chaos. You don't get a clear run. You have to queue up for 2 hours to get in. Usually, all we do on Sundays is we go to one of the viewpoints and just watch carnage. Because what happens is everybody goes out, wants to thrash their cars. Someone goes wrong, smashes up, they shut the track for a bit, clears it off. Meanwhile, you get a huge backlog of cars wanting to go on. They clear it up, say, right, go, 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 and they go nuts and someone crashes again. And, you know,
that's not a cheap experience, they visit crashing at the Nürburgring.
No. Fortunately, I've never done it myself, touch wood. But yeah, if you look on, the prices are always changing, but if you stack it, especially if you're British, everything's on you. It's not your insurance. Somewhere in your car insurance, you will have, it'll state the Nürburgring or I think they call it, classify it as like a restricted public toll road or something like that.
No, so what it is, in most insurance documents, it says you are not covered for racetracks or one-way toll roads.
That's the one, yeah.
Because the only one-way toll road is the Nürburgring.
One-way toll road, okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think there is a normal insurance in the UK that will cover you for Nürburgring.
I was going to say, is there no track insurance you can get or anything like that?
Most of them won't do the ring. I think there is places you can go to get Nürburgring insurance.
But it's seriously expensive, probably, isn't it?
It's like 300 or 400 quid for a week's insurance.
Yeah.
So then hitting, replacing sections of barriers is thousands, isn't it? So
we knew a chap who went down and smacked his car up, and it was $2.5 grand just to get him off the track. By the time paid for the arm code, paid for the shutting, paid for the recovery. He's got to pay for the recovery to get you off the track to the local ADAC centre. It was like 2,400 quid, and that was before he'd even looked at trying to fix your car or trying to get it back to the UK.
That's mad.
Yeah, the Germans will charge you for every penny.
So would you say it's worth it then, considering what you could go wrong? Yeah.
Well, the thing is don't go chasing times.
Yeah.
Don't ever time yourself when you're out there, because all you do is you start thinking, oh, I can be faster through this bit.
Yeah.
And then you start pushing yourself. Keep your eyes on your mirrors. If anybody's behind you, they're faster than you, so let them go by.
Right.
And just go out there and have fun. And that's what I do. And all I do is I video it. I put one of the little dash cams up, and when I get home, I'll take the time references off of that.
So what's a Mark II like in terms of trackability?
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I mean, arguably one of the most fun I ever had around the track was in my old, it was another bright blue metallic. It was when I put an ABF motor in.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was brilliant because you just don't lift. It's better underpowered on the uphill sections, but you pretty much leave it nailed the whole way around, and it's just good fun.
Yeah, I've never done tracks. I've always wanted to track a car, but I've always thought I'll probably bin it, or it's going to be too expensive. I mean, how'd you get into it? Did you go?
I would recommend the Nürburgring as your first time. Some people do.
Well, Castle Coombe's difficult, though, isn't it? It's not an easy circuit.
It depends how nervous a disposition you are. If you are terrified of everything else, go for one of those experience days. Like 100 and some quid, you can drive a Ferrari or something like that. Drive that round at first to get used to what track driving's like.
Yeah.
Then, like I recommend, you saw Tim put up the picture of the slip and grip track days.
Yeah.
They're really good. I think they're about 150 to 160 quid.
So what do you think about sort of Berbera then, in terms of what we pay for it, in terms of for a bit of track time? It's probably a good start into it, isn't it, really?
It is massive bang for buck.
Yeah.
I love it because it is great. It's a good way to introduce people to track driving.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a nice little tight handling circuit. Arguably, my car is kind of useless because I spend most of the time burning the rubber, which I absolutely love it. I've still got a set of track tires from 2 sessions there now. They're on the backs, but yeah, I usually end up smoking the tires.
It's a good introduction to sort of motorsport, isn't it? I mean, in a sort of easy sort of setting, if you will.
It is brilliant. You can't go too far wrong.
No.
You see, when we had last year, you had a couple of people went wrong, a couple spins, but nothing really happened.
Nothing serious.
Got back on.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I love the meet, because you don't get idiots there.
Yeah.
Everybody goes down there. They're genuine people. You have a good laugh, and also there's nobody else on the track, so you can't crash into it.